Yeah, round 3 of this Dragon's Maze pre-release. Let's say some hello and good luck to our opponent. We definitely want to play first. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got to keep. We have a mugging. We have our 3-drop haste with any land getting us into some of our other cards. We don't have our black, but we also don't have any black spells at the moment. So for now, we're good. Our opponent mulled once. Let's get our guild gate out. Try to get some bashing going down. Let's bash in some heads, my friend. Ooh, that's a pretty good one too. So we'll probably attack in for 4 next turn. Either, probably just do 4 damage if my opponent has something. And, ooh, that's pretty cool. Which we will play. Yes, indeedy. Let's attack for 4. It's a pretty rough start, especially with a Firemane Avenger next turn. Oof. Slaughterhorn. That's okay. I'm okay with the Slaughterhorn. Right now we're going to keep our first blade around because we do want to be able to get our battalion soon enough. If we could draw one of our other gates next turn and have a Smelt Ward Gatekeeper up, oof, we're going to be living the dream here. Pretty lucky, considering it's not an average power level what our deck does. Ember Beast is going to be a bummer because he'll definitely be eating a guy on the ground. Dead Revelers is cool. I think we'll just play Blaze Commandos and pass the turn because we'll have mugging up in the near future. Which will help us get some more 1/1s on the board. So as long as our Firemane Avenger lasts another turn or so, we'll be in pretty good shape. But any removal spell, which our opponent is sure to be playing in red and black, any removal spell is going to go straight for the Avenger right now. Yep, there he goes. Adios, Pit Fight. Would have loved to have had that, but I'm not going to complain considering this mugging is going to get us a whole bunch of damage in. And we'll even have a follow-up play after that. So adios, mugging. We've got our hasters on. And we will attack. You'd best believe it. Play Dead Reveler. Yes, we will unleash. Since we have enough blockers up, and this will allow us to attack in to the Ember Beast. Right. So we were able to curve out really well there and have our Firemane Avenger, so luck draws. Alright, back to this sideboarding. Do I want to start messing around with some different shizzle? Oh, one thing I'm thinking about, I forgot I had those other 2-drops on that aggressive build. Do I have enough white to pull? Nah, but I don't think I have enough to go completely one color. Haven't seen defenders that I care about. Remember, I have a whole lot of different cards in here. don't want that. Yeah, I think in the last match, I forgot I had Batterhorn here, which I could have easily replaced like Blaze Commandos, because Batterhorn, even though it's just a 4-3 instead of a 5-3, I think its ability last match would have been much more relevant, destroying a Clue Stone over my Blaze Commando getting the 1/1 red-white soldier creature tokens. What's weak here? Oh, I forgot my Guilmage. Yeah, Guilmage. Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot. I think we're going to keep the build this way for now. And try to remember what my actual sideboard cards are, because that could be helpful. Do I want to adjust the mana again? Yeah, I think I do want to pull out that red for a swamp. I think I prefer this better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because that gives us our easier, or again, our blacks are a little bit lower on the curve. The whites are a little bit higher with a little bit of red. So I prefer this mana base. Let's go to our next game. We won't have the advantage of being on the play with a sweet curve this time. So this should be quite the match. And we have a keep. It's not amazing. We still need a swamp to get our lunch party, our dark remnant going, but we have a splatter thug with a Hazard snare squad. That's what it's called. So, yeah, that's about the best we could hope for. Ooh, and a 2-drop. I do like me some 2s. Argument to play the plains first in case I ended up... actually, there's no argument for that because I don't have the black here. I was going to say, because I could have gotten the other 2-drop that has black, but I did not draw that. Oh, that's going to be a sweet follow-up. So we'll do that. Yes. We want you unleashed. We want to beat it down. As we're... Oh, Golgari! Yeah! I had a really fun Golgari deck at the one Dragon's Maze draft I did at F&M last week. Just went with aggro Golgari. Yeah, that's a way to win when everyone is playing 5 colors. That was pretty cool. And hey, look, we even luck-sacked it out into a swamp. Yeah, this is definitely the time to play our first blade, and we'll just go ahead and attack for 7 on turn 3. Why not? That's normal, isn't it? Hee hee. Yeah, that really is a rough start. Launch party will be good. I'll probably end up launching the Gorehouse Chainwalker in the nearest of futures after a 5-drop is played down. Reach, scavenge. Maybe not. I can just attack in with a Gorehouse Chainwalker, see if a trade is imminent. Alternatively, I can just do 4 damage, put my opponent down to 9. I don't like that idea. I'd rather just play out my Dark Revenant. Although, there is a slight discussion to be had. If I play the Snare Squad now, I'll be able to play Dark Revenant and tap down a dude next turn. I think I like that even better. Interesting. So it looks like my opponent's just trying to stay alive. I mean, admittedly, Scavenge is going to be pretty easy for my opponent. Ooh. Weapon Surge. I think now is the time to launch party. My question is, who am I launch partying? So you're gonna die. Do I want the 3/2 that can't block, or the 2/2? I want the 3/2. It does take away my turn, but I think that was correct. I just want to be super aggressive. Obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can only play one. I still like the idea of having the snare squad out right now. We're gonna keep bashing in here, making some trades so my opponent can't really stabilize, and also knowing that that dude is there, I think is gonna be important. That's fine. I'm a-okay with that trade. And yeah, I think we're just gonna get the flyer down, because I think that'll be very relevant as we move forward. Ooh, that's a cool card. I like that card quite a bit. I think it's better than my Maze Sentinel. That'll be helpful. So yeah, we're just going to play the Snare Squad. I mean, we're attacking for 2. Play the Snare Squad so that next turn we can be tapping down maybe a flyer or somebody with reach or something here, so that we don't lose to this Maze Abomination with like a, you know, that becomes a 7-8 or whatever. That would be a bummer. Ooh. So the clock just got intense. So that's helpful, but do I care? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I have 2 turns before this gets really out of hand. It can do 10 next turn, possibly. But what I want is to show that I have lethal on the crackback so that my opponent doesn't want to be attacking. I think that's what I want. Yes, indeed. So my opponent's at 7. And then playing my dude, if my opponent has no follow-up, means my opponent cannot attack me next turn. The opponent certainly can have answers, especially able to draw into maybe an answer. But if my opponent wants to attack with Maze Abomination, then I just been able to tap down the Scan Clap Charger. Interesting. What do you have for 1 mana? Are you missing what the Snare Squad does? I think my opponent isn't doing the math correctly as of right now. Unless, is there something I'm missing? I think we're just going to go with the Snare Squad here. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what it is. I did my math wrong. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I happen to have top decked the answer. Cool. So that was fun, just because it was lucky. But for some reason, I thought I had lethal on the crackback. So which means that was scary. I might I could very easily have lost that if I hadn't top decked my 1 out, probably. Because I already used the launch party. Not a fan of that play. But hey, we're lucky. Woohoo! Let's go to the next match. See what kind of luck we can get there. Lucky balls.